I remember
Hey
that.
guys, welcome to another Sunday My Hero Academia manga stream. We have the new one that released today, chapter 317. But first, Mark, there's something that we always do. What would that be?
Recap episode.
All right, I felt the latent energy on that one. So don't fret.
I had to. My girlfriend's in the room with me if I'm too loud.
You're gonna hit me up like Granola hit Goku.
Exactly.
You need more than a sensu to heal that one. Okay.
Gonna need more than a sensu to heal that one.
All right. So I'm gonna share to Mark what I got going on right now. Just looking at the preview for chapter or like what happened last time on chapter 316. We have Deku just wrapping up his fight with Lady Nagant. She's still burnt to a crisp, but she's still able to talk to the point where when Hawks catches him, she looks and recognizes like the look in his eyes being one of hope and one that is absolutely different from her sorrow and I guess powerlessness. Like
He still has that light in his eyes.
yes, and
He's
to
got the
that
Peter twinkle.
whatchamacallit, he just replies that like, hey, I'm just like I'm kind of hopeless like that. Optimistic to a fault, he says. And whatchamacallit, Endeavor jumps in, just kind of being like the side character here, picking up it's funny that he just picks up Overhaul. But overall, just saying his bit, like, you're not supposed to get captured, not supposed to get caught. Deku's like, listen, like, if all you want to do is just apologize to your boss, if you can do the same thing for Eri, then I will personally bring you to your boss and help you out. Then we have a time skip. They go into the mansion that Last Words for Lady Nagant for a while tells about. And we have Deku, obviously Endeavor. We have Hawks somewhere off like the panel. Best Genius, Mount Lady, How Many Woods, Edshot, and they're all going in. And that's when we hear the little message from All For One saying like, oh, you know, I'm pretty sure like you're here. Well, Izuku Midoriya.
Well, Izuku Midoriya? Huh? Izuku Midoriya?
Cut to all this talking about how this is how the Hero Society ends up. Cut to like the Arthur Fist meme. And then more conversations go on, and he says, it's your turn. And he's like, see what I did there?
Now it's your turn.
And without any other like assumptions, we just think, well, further assumptions, we just think that everyone just died.
Go in balls deep into the next chapter.
And there we go. We're into the next chapter. So we got a really cool like first page cover for My Hero Academia.
So tired.
He looks distressed. He seems like he's seen a lot, and it also shows on his like his gear too.
It's just rough.
I can't wait for the glow up.
My man needs an upgrade.
I'm upgrade.
Like that suit is just torn to shit.
Absolutely. So we got like chapter 317. It's dubbed Scars, Blood, Filth.
Yikes.
What a great choice of words here. All right. So without further ado, that's only page 1. So we cut over to here. Let me zoom in on this one. There we go. That's a really good zoom actually. But
actually,
first,
that zoom helps. I can see. I can read everything now.
Damn, dude. It's me putting on glasses for the first time. I'm like, oh shit.
Seriously, it was all a little blurry. As soon as you zoomed in, I was like, oh, it's so clear.
I can see clearly now.
And now the blur is gone.
All right, so we're here at warehouse / harbor, and immediately tells you exactly what's happened afterwards. We may have escaped the explosion by the skin of our teeth, but that blast erased any trace of the League. This is Edshot continuing. Have we extracted anything from Nagant? As we have a shot of like everyone in the warehouse. except for Deku. Edgeshot, Best Genius, Endeavor, Hawks, Mount Lady, Kami Woods. Hawks is saying, not happening. She's in such a bad shape. Folks at the Central Hospital say that they don't even know like how she's alive. It's a good thing though. She's alive.
It's a good thing she's alive, but they're like, how the fuck is she alive?
Truly. I'll let you have this one, Mark.
All right. A woman afflicted by powerful despair, still clinging desperately to life. Endeavor. Is it time to stake everything on turning this around?
I like how they
Maybe,
they introduce the characters too again.
right?
Like,
Kamui Woods, rookie, headshot, with Kami no Pizza.
Sorry, Mark, I can't seem to move it. It's, oh, son of a bitch! Why can't it? Okay,
Ooh.
okay, this is working.
All right. Maybe we should expand this beyond us and bring in every last remaining hero, informing the others about Midoriya and One for All, and throw an all-encompassing net at this investigation.
Oh, I was gonna say, does Mount Lady actually have a new costume? Very slightly, but new costume.
Just got a scar in her eye.
Yeah, she does have a scar. Yeah, but okay, sorry. Do you?
That business with Lady Nagant made it clear that the brunt of hunting down the League will be left to Midoriya. The cops are up to their eyeballs with other problems. That's a lot, and they've been no was and they're yes it's there.
There have been no eyewitnesses accounts.
There have been okay. There's accounts of the League for a while. We should put together a task force before the pool of colleagues we can count on have dried up. Right.
Oh my
What
god.
is that word?
The suit Toguro?
The
Oh,
Sutagoro quit 2 days ago.
the samurai looking one.
The Sutagoro, yep.
Damn, dude.
He retired 2 days ago.
Right. Okay. Let's see.
God, Death Arm.
No, no way. No, they didn't just. No.
God, Death Arm.
Holy shit. Okay, those Death Arms, actually. Okay, I'll take this one.
It's like, not Death Arms.
Okay, so this is Mount Lady having like a quick flashback of Death Arms as like Death Arms does the very symbolic, I'm taking off like all my gear and replacing it with just civil stuff as he continues in the flashback. This job's been running me ragged. Can't seem to catch a break. And what do we do? And what do we get for it? Rants, doubts, rage. Yeah, I know there's still some support for us out there, but one loud heckler easily drowns out 10 fans. I've never felt like this before. I thought it was different. I thought it was better. I'm sure we all did once. But nah, I'm no hero. Only human. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit.
He was always such a bright hero, dude. He was always like there, man. He was ready.
He felt like he had a solid foundation, just like as just a general pro hero. Wasn't expecting this.
I know, like he was one of the first heroes we met with Izuku too, so that's actually very impactful to see because he's like one of the first heroes we ever saw in the series.
That's wow.
He just walked out. Like I remember first episode. Who do you see? Death Arm.
Yeah, he's the one who kind of starts it all. Like, oh shoot, it's the muscle, like the strong hero. Death Arms.
Death Arms. In the battle, he led the charge to round up the spy heroes working for the Paranormal Liberation Front. I remember when he did that.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed like a hero with some backbone to him. Any hero's thread could snap tomorrow and it wouldn't come back as shock. We hear about more heroes hanging up their costumes every day, says Best Genist. Now Endeavor, plus the media is closing in on Deku. Since heroes who do quit end up leaking details.
Oh shit!
Why you gotta do that?
Why you gotta be like that?
With law and order all but gone, power runs unchecked in the streets. So we can't let the world learn the truth behind One for All. If that were to happen, Deku will be the one caught in the vicious cycle of negativity. We can sit here all day, says Hawks, and prophesize doom, but the fact is, doom's already on our doorstep. Mount Lady, I have been thinking.
He continues, is All for One planning to go public? About Midoriya, I mean. And One for All. Why not make that his opening move? Endeavor says, that would force us heroes to mobilize and look or lock Deku somewhere safe. So his silence tells us he doesn't want that. Still, unless Deku and the rest of us are out there taking action, we'll never get any leads. Not enough cops, not enough heroes. As the one panel just shows them just in silence.
You're like, shit. We see Endeavor get bing. He's like, hey.
Ring, message, ring,
Ring a ding, 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 ding,
Yes.
And he looks at it's Todoroki. He's just like, hey, call me. And you see a missed call from him. We all have to stop Toya, as we see in a flashback about Todoroki. We see Endeavor grip his fist. Sorry, Shoto. Hang in there a little longer, because for now I... And then it cuts. Beep. Oh, that was mine. Just got word from All Might.
Oh.
What? Midoriya, says Hawks, ran into a second hired gun.
Shit. They're not stopping. No non-stop action.
It's already over.
He won. Holy shit. Let's do a quick shout out to this like motherfucking panel page.
Dude, he looks like such a villain.
It's already over. My god, hold on. I need a second for this one. It's crazy. Like, there's so much shading on Deku right now.
Dude, that eye stares into your soul.
The shade surpasses All Might buff form.
Like, do you agree? That eye stares into your very being like, oh god.
I believe, yeah, that's the point in this particular shot. There's another like pretty big panel of just like a close-up on Deku. At this point, like his mask, you can't really distinguish it from like just his general hair at this point. It's almost like a part of him.
I see it in a little bit in the back.
Yeah, right. But they have that same level of like texture on it. But in any
Dude, this
case,
villain is got fucked.
You want to continue this one? This one's pretty short, but like it covered a lot.
Sure. Let's see, All Might Kid. Then we see Izuku say, that one didn't have any intel. Be careful. He might explode too. Wait just a minute, says All Might. Izuku stops.
Kind of coughs on just a touch bit of blood. Stop. Okay, here I go.
I love All Might, dude.
All Might says, you haven't been eating, as he like brings out his obento, hands it, like tries to hand it to Deku. Deku just says, All Might, you didn't have to tag along. You don't have to tag along anymore. I'm fine.
Pain.
Really, and it just kind of cuts back to like those words. Now it's your turn. Huh?
As we just see that
Izuku
crazy smile. Huh? Izuku Midori? We just see that crazy smile of All for One.
Oh boy. And he says, like, really, I'm fine. Cuts back to when All Might was jogging and Deku was just catching up to have a conversation with them. Continue down this path, and what awaits you is an unspeakable, gruesome death.
That's what Night Eye said.
Damn, dude. Weirdly enough, the shot that they show of like Deku looking out to All Might like running ahead. Now we have the next panel, just a different perspective though, but it's All Might looking out to Deku as he walks away. No, and Deku's like, listen, what I'm capable of now is on par with you at 100%, and with no recoil to boot. So as he cut to,
Nana.
Tetsunana like in tears, as well as Gran
Gran
Torino
Torino.
and the darkness that is Shigaraki right now. All Might just looks helplessly, just thinking back all of the times of them just having like conversation. And what he tells Deku, all you need to tell the world is that I am here.
He said, "I need you to tell the world I am here."
All right. Oh God, go ahead, go ahead, Mark.
All right. Let's see. You is it let's say
Dead
you're
set.
dead you're dead set on keeping me out of harm's way, and you have your duty as a wielder of one for all. You don't look back at me anymore. Dude, pain.
Oh my God, look at the expression on the eyes now for Deku.
Don't worry about me. Really. I swore I'd raise you up and protect you. Wait! But I know how it is.
Oh my God. Shoutouts to like kind of puppy dog faced Deku behind the mask.
Pain.
Like a little puppy with like a full suit of armor going out to fight.
Really, really is. My man needs to get his suit freaking fixed. That thing is
Can we talk
shredded,
about how he needs to get a touch up on that?
looking rough.
Okay. I guess I'll read this one. You're the one who can bear this burden, and I know how crushing it is. Do your best. You deserve to rest. I need to tell you that, but it doesn't quite reach.
Not the pork katsu.
Yeah, oh, poor All Might like falls down. He's like, kid, as
Dude, makes you want to cry seeing that. It's like, oh.
God, dude. Because
I
we have
love All
one
Might
last
so much.
panel on that page. Is someone who's like behind
You
them
know who
having.
that is.
I have a feeling. I got a feeling. And they don't. They are just like, nope, we're not gonna hint that way. That's just straight up Stain, my dude.
Looks like Stain's back to his business.
Can I cover the
And it
last
looks like
two?
he must have heard their entire conversation.
Probably.
Yep, keep going.
Okay. So crazy new costume design for Stain. Man has to stick his tongue out whenever he wants to. Man. As we get a bunch of dialogue here. They say he appears without a sound, and that he's got a whole mess of quirks in him. That sounds like all for one's ability, right? Or like a Nomu even. Apparently goes around helping people. Rumors say that he's caked with blood and filth, which cover up his many scars. Looking at him, you never guess he was a hero.
He looks so scary.
So
He looks so cool, but so scary.
yeah. So okay. Yeah. So to kind of let Mark know that was the panel. This is the last panel that I saw.
What was your
So
initial reaction upon seeing it?
I didn't think anything of it. I just like backed out.
You didn't give yourself time to process it. You said, "Oop."
Without giving myself even a moment's notice. I was just like, "You're out of there. I don't want that."
June 27th, next chapter. Another week. Horikochi's still going in.
Jesus, like there's so much on this one too.
He's just, "Oh, no, 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 no."
So, just a quick shot of like all the Deku like panels of just like his look now. It's
The
all
art
like
went hard on it.
yeah. What's interesting is that they're focusing on like really hard shadows in places that don't really even need that shadowing, like Gran Torino's scarf, for example, his cape, and obviously like in the last panel you can see like portions of like his armor and his gear. Obviously like the mask, the resistant bands. But what's different is that like in this shot, and they could just do this for aesthetics, but I don't know. This kind of harks back to like his desperate fight with All for Shiggy, as he kind of like assumes like a kind of a different like Black Whip form. That's what it reminds me of. So I was wondering if it linked back to that. Um, but I feel like obviously Deku's kind of pushing people away just for the sake of their safety, right? But it seems like he's still kind of relatively intact as far as like his personality. Albeit though, he just had a run in with another like hired gun. So I think if anything, like he has had time to be like usual Deku in the slightest. But I do want to say that Deku is like really changing, and though his heart's in the right place as far as like protecting people, helping people out. Um,
But it's okay to stop
yeah, it's okay to stop, but
for like a
he,
second.
but definitely the burden like has taken a form on him or has weighted him so much so that he feels like he needs to do something, like always, to continue doing all this stuff because he's just trying to live up to one expectations, but also like stop this ultimate evil. It's just a lot on this boy who hasn't even graduated high school.
He's under a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't want anything to happen to All Might.
Yeah. It's it's rough. It's real rough because at this point, like All Might's kind of the only like father figure like right now in Deku's life. Obviously, there's a dad somewhere, and eventually
You
we'll
know,
see him.
yeah,
Just
like
probably not
Horikoshi
now.
said. Horikoshi said eventually we are going to see him.
What if it's Stain?
Oh no! His father apparently can breathe fire. We know that much.
Yeah, but to the extent of how much, I'm not sure actually.
We don't know what he does for a job though.
Hmm.
Maybe he's a hero.
Yeah, just working overseas or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe he's
Makes
here in
you,
the U.S.
yeah, makes you wonder though, like how much they keep in contact with them about this stuff. A lot's happened. A lot of things have happened.
Yeah, they could introduce him in a similar way to how they introduced um Suna's dad in Hitman Reborn. Like he was gone for a long time, then he came back.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh yeah, Suna's dad was came back and he had a big role.
Let's see. Things I want to bring up. I kind of feel bad like in the Todoroki corner because obviously it's one of those things where it's like Toya's still a problem out there that needs to be stopped, but Endeavor has to take the priority. Deku is kind of like the hope that is to defeat the ultimate evil, so he has to kind of back Deku up on that. Not to mention every single hero in that warehouse knows that secret and are now kind of burdened by that responsibility to help protect Deku and
Because
also
they know
maintain
that
peace.
he is the hope that they have right now.
Hmm.
It's like they're gonna help him every step of the way, but he knows that he is very. They know that he's very, very important to ending it all.
Yeah. And it hasn't really been spoken quite yet, but I know that the pro heroes here in this case understand like that weight of responsibility and how unfair that is to kind of place that on Deku, who hasn't really gone through the proper like upbringing for that, and is kind of forced to. All the
Who else
while,
got
like
on?
the very foundations of hero society that would help to, I guess, build that confidence in every single person and it's slowly like withering away with the best example now being Death Arms just retiring.
No,
And
but it's like he said that even one heckler, basically one negative heckler, can out yell 10 fans.
like ultimately it's one of those things where like there's so much pressure and the things he works towards absolutely disregarded because it's one person having like the stronger opinion here over like
You know,
those
it's like
who yeah.
it's like what they say about the you know what they say, the old saying. It's like it's like the loud minority.
Hmm.
Like the you hear the louder voice, even if it's a minority. If the voice is louder, you're gonna hear it.
Yeah. And I just kind of feel bad because like Death Arm was like not just being like an introductory hero, but he was also one of the heroes that one of our other students worked under for a little bit.
Oh, that is true.
Jiro was part of the agency for a little bit, just work studying and following under his orders, and it's just rough that you're now seeing like more connected heroes just kind of feel a different way. I do hope that like some bit of hope kind of like empowers them to rise up again, but if this is like the mark that they leave behind, then it doesn't kind of help like the situation. But that's also understandable on their part too.
Oh yeah, like it's understandable why they're having doubts. It's a rough time to be a hero.
Mm, but yeah, I just wonder like at this rate, like what are the other heroes now gonna do? Deku's kind of like doing this all by himself, and the heroes not only need to watch out for Deku, but they also need to maintain like all the Discord that's happening all over.
They got to maintain the Discord servers.
Gotta maintain those Discord servers. You know how it is, spamming.
Absolutely.
But oh man, just after that chapter of like Shoto's our family's hero, and it's like, sorry Shoto, just hang on a little bit longer. I got it. Goddamn.
He wants to go help, but he can't.
Yeah.
He wants to go. He wants to go help his. He wants to go help his family go save his son, but he can't.
Yeah.
He's the number one hero, man. He's got responsibilities.
Mm-hmm. Kind of Boruto bit. Man, I hate my dad. He's got too much. He's too busy. But it's these chapters have been like emotionally straining for like the development of the characters and us too. That's all I
Remember when
can
they were
really say.
saying when people were just like, man, this story isn't dark enough. How about now?
How about now? Oh man. And I wonder at this point, like, it doesn't even look like Stain will do anything towards All Might, but more so Deku.
If he sees that Izuku's losing his way,
Yeah. It makes me wonder though, like, is Stain going to be the dude who talk no jutsus Deku?
but becoming a villain.
Not by becoming a villain. You know, he is kind of like an anti-hero, but on the wrong side of the spectrum.
He's an anti-villain.
Yeah, maybe
That's why I
that's a
would
better.
describe him as an anti-villain, is because he's a villain, but his motives, you could say,
Yeah,
aren't
the thing is that like
entirely villain.
he truly believes in like the ideal hero. Uh, I don't know where I was gonna
Which
go
I
with
mean,
that.
he's kind of justified in. He's justified in the sense of like I'm saying the only thing he's justified in is his ideal of what a true hero is. Like he's not wrong in that regard of what a true hero is. That is what a true hero is. Someone who's very selfless. Someone who truly will give it their all and not not just want money or power or something like
Yeah,
that.
and
Like he's
though
not wrong
yeah,
in that regard. But
and though
he is
no,
wrong in the sense of sorry, I'm about to finish. But
okay,
he is wrong in the sense of killing them. He's wrong in that regard,
yeah.
obviously.
I just wonder. Well, obviously Deku. still carries like those qualities of being like this ideal hero, but I wonder if Stain will actually like intervene like here, because I guess he still kind of respects All Might, because he, no matter what form he takes, he still carries out like his own like philosophy that
Stand
Stain like
aside.
respects. So I wonder if Stain will stop Deku, or attempt to anyway. But I just don't know how that's gonna play out.
I just love that page of All Might still stand aside.
I know, right? And they don't even talk about like what happened after the fact.
Dude, can we just say that is the definition of big dick energy?
I call it Big Chief energy.
Big chief energy. That's essentially what it is because like he's all frail now, but
Mm-hmm.
just the presence that he gives off, and I've honestly felt that in some people before IRL. It's like, they don't look like they could mess you up, but it's just the energy they give off. You're like, I would not fuck with this dude.
this is
Like, you know
true.
what I mean? It's just like that very feeling they give off. You're like, oh fuck.
Mm-hmm. So
That's what All
I'm
Might did. It's
assume
just
that
that
he like
very energy.
he intimidated those thugs so he can just go in back into his car and start driving off.
Get back in Hercules.
Either that, or he literally took that briefcase and like walloped them.
He just beat the fucking shit out of them with the briefcase.
He's like, I I'm here.
Boom! I am here to lay some business on your ass.
I'm here to keep my businesses here brief.
Case closed.
I will close this case on you.
I will close this case on your face.
Yeah. This is a really like crazy chapter. Like, just if not like in the story progression, just like the drawings.
Right? This is what I always say. There's people that hate on My Hero. I always say it's definitely for the fan base because to me personally, the story is just so fucking good.
I would say for me, yeah, actually I would agree also. Like the story is like really good, and I guess to slightly elaborate, it's just like it's a really good take, like almost like a first person perspective of like really what a hero society might look like.
Yeah, I think Horikoshi does a really good job of the moral dilemma that is a hero versus a villain. It's like what makes the hero, what makes the villain. Like, it's not just good versus bad. There is always an in between. There's always reasons behind this, and I think that's something that's lost on a lot of people. It's like, especially in modern day society, like, we have people that just like there is no innocent until proven guilty. You're just either a villain or you're innocent. There's no wait to see which one it is. And that's where I think that's a problem in our society, and I think that's really cool that Horikoshi is actually highlighting that.
So I think next chapter is going to be, oh Jesus, I think it's gonna be just be more Deku. Again, I keep saying it'd be nice to just cut back to the other students, see what they're up to. But it's way too like tense right now to like really shift anywhere.
As you already say, dude, I don't know. Like, I want to go back and see what everybody else is up to, but the stuff we're getting is just so good right now.
I also feel like Deku's at a point where if you keep your eyes off him for just like a moment, just for a character arc somewhere else, he'll come back as a completely different person.
Just come back. What have you been through, you poor boy?
Dude, I'm just picturing right now like a reunion with the other classmates, and everyone like looks at Deku, but everyone like has like that vibe check. Well, not really vibe check. That's a poor use of the word.
This man has been through some shit.
They will see him. They can read that energy, and it's fuming like a dead skunk. like like that aura and tension is palpable.
Like, dude, I'm wondering what Bakugo and
Yeah,
Todoroki are gonna have to be able to say to him right now.
I s- I would say that like Bakugo is going to he would sense like Deku like in his like emotional state, but he still talk shit on him. But it'll hit different. And I don't really like. I feel like Todoroki would maybe just say a couple words, but like for the most part, he's just kind of like analyzing Deku and like how he responds. Everyone else would be the same way too.
Yeah,
Just
I
like
think that the ones that are really going to talk to him, I feel like are going to be. There's four people that I could see actually talking to him
talking
about
to
this,
him.
and that would be that'd be Ida or Lita, however you want to say his name.
Yeah, yeah.
Him, Ochako, and Bakugo, and Todoroki.
Hmm. I
Those
mean,
are the
those
those are
yeah, those are like
supposed to
ideally
be.
like the best people, right? Because they all like have been involved with Deku, and they've also like impacted Deku as well. I would also want to see Ayama's second take on this now. He was the one who said that like you're pushing yourself way too hard, more so than your body can even handle. But now he sees that he would recognize that the body has gotten to a point where he can tolerate it, but like is he pushing himself too hard at that point?
You're pushing me, sir.
I don't know what the hell Mineta would say. He'd just probably be like, dude, what?
You get any bitches while you're at? You get any bitches while you're at there, bro?
And I think that Kirishima though would admire like this new manliness that's found like in Deku. He would also I think he's also like sensible enough to like know that something's off about him now.
Oh yeah, you definitely see he's not the same guy.
Yeah.
Like something's up.
Bruh. Deku versus all of class 1A.
He just bodies all of them, just
Like,
like just like he fucking Mirio did.
yeah. Oh, don't even don't even bring up Mirio into the equation. I'm like, oh shit.
I think
Like a
Mirio would
possible
probably be actually a good
rematch?
idea to talk to him. I think Mirio would be a good idea to talk to him. Probably
That's true. I feel like
he could relate.
yeah, Deku's so like stuck on like his mindset right now that no one can really like tell him otherwise. So when we talk about Class 1A possibly trying to talk sense, I think that this is gonna be the Sasuke retrieval arc, but like tuned up to a higher like level of emotional like output.
Like I think it's just the fact of Izuku is doing what he did. He's done this before, and he's acknowledged that it's a character. He's acknowledged that his flaw in it, the feeling of having to do things by himself. I think he has acknowledged that that's a problem for him. So I think it's just a matter of he's so caught up right now that he can't really see that he's doing it again, and that's understandable because the responsibility that's been laid upon him is enormous. There's no time. Like
Yeah.
I just don't think they realize.
I think yeah, someone's gotta like literally talk some sense to him because like I think everyone gets it. Everyone understands that like Deku's kind of a like a weird variable in like the usual upbringing of heroes. Obviously, the idea is that like you have your strengths, but you also have your weaknesses. You work together with people. You have the society where we all work together. But Deku kind of sits outside of that because of his specific circumstance, and he acknowledges that. But it's also becoming the driving force of his excuse to not reach out and open up to anyone. So it's a problem.
Oh yeah, it's like he'll open up to people. It's just the fact of he doesn't open up about one for all because no one knew about it before. He talk about it now because he's revealed it.
I hope that Class 1A like talks about it like a little more if we ever get that chance. But at this
I
point,
think
it's
it's
gonna.
going to happen eventually. I just don't think it's going to happen now.
That's fair enough. Yeah,
Is because right now the stakes are just too high just to do that right now. But I feel like we could. Honestly, I'm kind of expecting Bakugo eventually to show up one time. Like I found you, you damn nerd.
yeah, I feel like obviously when if any one of those students does that, that's kind of going outside of like what you're supposed to be doing. But fair enough. Also, that other like high schools are also like helping out in the event of like helping people out, as we saw like before we got the whole Deku reveal in a very short time skip later. So I mean, they might be out there, just helping out the best way they can, and that's just part of like of the hero
They're
program just
hiding
changing.
in shadows.
But God,
I mean, Izuku technically is a vigilante right now.
technically speaking, yeah, although overseen by the other pro heroes, but at this point, like Deku's been slowly like walking like ahead of all of them.
True, he's very much ahead of the curve on the rest of the class, and even some of the pros because he's. I think right now he's just really powerful.
This is true. He said in himself that like I'm at a state where I can hit 100% and not like suffer from it. So
He's basically he was telling All Might, "I understand you want to be with me, but you don't need to. I'm already as strong as you were."
yeah, it's rough. He's at a point where it's like he's gonna become a problem by himself, and people are gonna try to stop him, and that someone would be a pro hero or five of them,
Or
and
Stain.
they still wouldn't be able to touch him.
I think you are right. I do think that Stain is going to open his eyes
Yeah,
because I feel like
somehow.
cause Stain at the end of the day, it's like it's like he is bad guy, but he's not bad guy.
This is very true.
It's like the Wreck-It Ralph thing. Just because you're a bad guy does not mean you are a bad guy.
Also, whatchamacallit it, this all these quotes at the end of the last two pages saying that he appears like without sound. People say that he's got a whole mess of quirks on him, like all for one, right? Or maybe a Nomu. I don't know. But he's out there just helping people out, but you wouldn't even guess he's a hero. And now that they mentioned Nomu, yeah, I see that. Holy
Oh,
shit. I mean,
absolutely.
look at his feet.
Look at his feet. Yeah, the claws.
Yeah, because like those aren't like his iron souls anymore.
They legit look. I mean, I think they look kind of badass in my opinion, but they are just claws.
Yeah, I think that's what I
I
was
think they look
thinking
kind
of.
of.
Like,
In my
I mean,
opinion, they're badass.
obviously, um, there's a bit of Black Whip. That's why I kept mentioning like Black Whip, because like that gives him much more of a like a creature form. So I was wondering, like, is Black Whip literally just enveloping his entire body at this point?
I mean, he's kind of use it for his mobility. So like Spider-Man.
That's true. I never thought about that. Like, what if he actually just has like Black Whip not as just like hyperextension, like, but also just kind of part of his body to just grip.
Just
I would never. Well, actually, that might be pretty genius on his part, but I I could still see like bits of like his suit. I mean, the legs have always been messed up, but you can see it a little bit more profoundly now.
I know you see the like inky tendrils that are Black Whip.
Yeah, it's just it's crazy. I hope someone reaches out to him. It'd be Stain or just some random like offside character who just says thank you or has like a whole spiel to them.
I'd like to see what Stain has to say because Stain gave him his blessing before. Imagine if he
Yeah.
says, "If you keep on your path, I'm gonna have to take it back."
I consented, but I gotta take the consent back. Dagger's like, what? Oh, get out of here. And then they fight. Yeah, no. I guess that's pretty much everything then. So in that case, next time we're jumping back, same time as usual. It's gonna be chapter 318. Holy shit, I'm looking forward to this. Also, happy 100 episodes for My Hero Academia as well. I saw that trending. I was like, oh, you're
Oh yeah, big congrats to that. Very happy for Horikoshi. Very happy for the rest of the people who also enjoy My Hero Academia.
yeah. So, but yeah, the story continues. We're definitely like still within this last act, and it's going pretty quick.
Balls to the fucking wall.
Yeah. All right, we'll end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next manga chapter read. Hashtag bye, everyone. Peace.
Peace.